Hey everybody, this is Go Spartan. If you're watching this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and share my videos. Trying to beat the algorithm, trying to get back on it and share most of my content. This video is going to be about something a bit different. I didn't expect to make this video, but I recently just watched the last match from Team 3D versus the Hardeyz, and I ugly cried. Like, I didn't even expect this emotional response to happen, bro. The entire thing throughout the entire match, during the entrance music all the way to the end, I was crying like a bitch, because I love the Hardeyz, the Dudleys, and Edge and Christian. Those three tag teams, they are the foundation of tag teams in wrestling, son. Like, there's been a lot of tag teams in the history of wrestling, like DX, just mad tag teams, just in general. But the Hardeyz and Dudleys, it's just something special to me, son, especially growing up. And, like, you know, when I was 10 years old, literally, I was watching these guys, and it was just more or less just watching them come to the ring, and it was just they all had their own gimmicks. Like, the Dudleys were just these serious, like, these guys that just threw niggas through tables, and I loved it, bro. I love their gimmick. Team 3D, Dudleyville, all of that. When they had Spike Dudley, and my boy Spike pulled up for their last match, man. Nah, so that boosted my ODC and Spike. And yeah, and it was just, they revolutionized the tables, ladders, and chairs for the Hardeyz. For a while, I've been following the Hardeyz for pretty much all my life. I know on this channel I cover Power Rangers, mostly Power Rangers and Game of Thrones and Kingdom Hearts and things of that nature, but I am a huge wrestling fan, guys. Like, I love wrestling. I don't talk about it much, but yeah, I like wrestling. But yeah, the Hardeyz, yeah, I've seen them go through their journey too. I've seen them go through different things, go to TNA, leave WWE, come back to WWE. My most legendary moment that I could remember from Jeff Hardy specifically was that match where he was with Randy Orton, and he went off the Titantron and he swanton bomb several feet into the air just to hit Randy, bro. And we was all concerned, like, bro, it was some of the most fire TV I've ever seen, son. And the Dudleys throwing niggas through tables and shit. They just these three tag teams. Edge and Christian, I'm gonna throw them in there too, because they were some of the greatest heel tag teams I've ever seen, bro. Totally reeks of awesomeness. I remember that, bro. Even though Edge's run with Randy Orton with Rated RKO was just as good as his run with Christian, so I like both runs for Edge. But those three tag teams meant a lot to me, and I cried and I cried and I cried. I didn't expect to be sobbing such tears of joy and tears of sadness, because it just reminded me that everything ends. The Dudleys hanged up their boots, they gave them to the Hardeyz, and it was just more or less, the Hardeyz are still wrestling from what I got. Like I said, I need to get into TNA. Like I said, I watch wrestling, but I watch it passively, more or less. Like, I'm not like a super wrestling mark, but I do like wrestling for the most part. And I've been keeping up with WWE, but I might have to keep up with TNA, because I think I just saw, no, that was AEW. I'm gonna have to keep up with both AEW and TNA, man. We're gonna have to keep up with wrestling as a whole, because wrestling's kind of split. Like, WWE, we don't really got much star power left right now, because John Cena's almost out the door. The Rock comes and goes as he pleases. Randy Orton is like furniture, like he said. But they ain't doing Randy Orton justice, bro. They've been turning him into a legendary jobber, and I want to see Randy Orton. I want to see that menace return for Randy Orton, because, like, Randy Orton is my favorite wrestler of all time, guys. Him. If I had to give a top 5 list of my favorite wrestlers, it's going to have to go to Randy Orton. It's going to have to go to Shawn Michaels. I love Shawn Michaels. It's going to have to go to Jeff Hardy. I love Jeff Hardy. He's definitely one of my favorite wrestlers. John Cena. And lastly, I would have to say, I'm gonna cheat and say Jade Cargill, because I have a huge crush on Jade Cargill in general. Also on Rhea Ripley, but everybody likes Rhea Ripley. But the point is, like, yeah, those are my favorite wrestlers right now. And the women's division, like, a lot of people talk crap about the women's division, but in my opinion, it's the best it's ever looked in a long time. But maybe that's why, because people are probably looking more for aesthetic and actual wrestling. But the way I look at it is, like, wrestling is a story, man. And we've been watching it, and honestly, Naomi's run has been really good. And, you know, she's pregnant right now, so she couldn't stay the champion, but her run was really good. Watching her come in that yellow and black, looking like Psycho Yellow, just she was just having the best time of her life being a heel, and I loved it, bro. Because the run with Jade, Bianca, and Naomi, it was supposed to get Jade and Bianca over, essentially. They were supposed to be the ones to benefit from the feud, but Naomi ended up benefiting from the feud. And I think the reason why Naomi benefited more so from the feud is because Naomi be wilding on social media, bro. Like, she funny. And, like, you know, social media nowadays, like, you know, that's what people pay attention to. Like, I had to come to a conclusion earlier that people like watching shorter things than longer things, because I come from a time where we had to sit through a television show for 30 minutes with commercials. So my patience is high. I can sit down and watch a 20-30 minute video. But a lot of people these days, everything is on streaming and stuff like that. So I have to realize the culture shift on that, which is why I usually separate most of my videos and make a full-length episode, because like the short, because people pay attention to things that are shorter. But me, I like things that are long. But yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that, because now I'm talking about my project, and I really just made this video just to talk about wrestling. So I'm probably going to make some more wrestling videos. Like, they're not going to be as sporadic as my Power Rangers, Altered Universe, and all the other projects that I'm working on. But I will cover wrestling. I don't plan on doing anything AI with wrestling. I don't necessarily feel like it. I just want to condense that to the battle fantasy shows, high fantasy such as Game of Thrones, Power Rangers, Kingdom Hearts, Naruto, Dragon Ball, Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh! Main ones that I'm utilizing right now in my story frame. But wrestling, every now and then, like Gemini shapeshifted into John Cena at one point. It did be there's references to wrestling in my story, but I don't know. I just don't want to. I don't know if I want to go that route yet. But yeah, if you like anything I had to say, please like, comment, and subscribe, and please like and share this video. I'm trying to beat the algorithm, trying to get back up there, so my videos, so people can see the content. So everybody, have a wonderful day. May the power protect you and stay the fuck out of trouble.